And if you happen to see this in the Facebook group, I'm handling comments in YouTube. So go over to the Mixotexture YouTube channel and you can be part of the chat over there. And what we're gonna do is play tracks from Discord, which means people who are in the track feedback crew put their tracks in Discord. I'll show you that when we take a little break. And I play them out of Discord and then do comments on YouTube and stuff. Let's see if this one's coming up. Live feed. Oh, wrong track. What do you mean wrong track? I saw the playlist. I mean, this track's pretty banging. Benny Blanco. Pipclit, what track should I play for review? I like all these and they're all amazing. So Shepherds, DJ Waters, Benny, Oliver, yes, Mr. Melvis. All right. Pipclit, what track should we listen to? We got Scott Burke. What you guys can't see is I got a new little rubber pad to stand on for my stand-up desk, and some other surprises for today. So far, I'm glad this is working. We did tech last night. I tested 2 different live streams and got it all set up with everything. So number 3 is the one I'm working on. Okay, hold on. I know that was not an ending, Steve. I could have totally faded that down. This is going to be track 3, Tears of the Poppy, coming from an ambient project called Plants of the Gods, I believe is going to be the name of the release. Is that right? And then Growing Out of Minimal is the group. This is Tears of the Poppy. I'm so glad this is working, but I know sometimes people want to see the waveform and get a look at what we're looking at. So I'm gonna just gonna step over into SoundCloud. Bye. Yes. Okay, so we're looking at a 10-minute track with a super long ambient intro. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit more and then skip through, because as much as I want to listen to all this, we got a lot of tracks to play. Ooh. Maybe I won't skip yet. Yeah, ethereal, mystic, good vibe. And this is Tears of the Poppy. Oh, you know what's gonna happen? You're gonna see this when I change the titles. All right, where do we get the tablas? This is gonna be so epic on a system with a big sub bass where you're like in it, and then these drums come in. Those vocals are amazing. The stereo field, clean. Scott, Tears of the Puppy. Puppy is sad. Building up slow, got the claps coming in. Interesting, this says New Berlin School and Berlin School for genre labels. All right, I'm interested to hear what this breakdown is going to do. What would this be like with a beat? That would be pretty fast. Wouldn't that be like 140 something? All right, 4 minutes. Oh, you can even see my broadcast meters? You guys get all my dirty secrets. Oh, 65, so it's 130. That's perfect. Yes, man. Those vocals sound so good. They're like out here wide. Matt Schultz, hey. Such a good groove. Indian lullaby tune. All right. This track is so good. I have no comments. I seriously, I mean, the sounds are amazing. The mix is amazing. You know, it's long, but it's obviously an ambient track, so it's supposed to be. This, 3 days ago, is this a final mix, or what stage are we at here with this process? Have you mastered this? Is this up to level, comparatively? Ian, I think it's 65 BPM, so it'd be a 130. Yeah, 130 track. There's the throat singing. Okay, I'm pulling it down a little bit. I'm gonna skip forward, as you can see. All right, so this is a pre-mix. I mean, this is basically a rough mix, which is incredible. Really, Matt, is this 10 minutes is short for an ambient track? I mean, ambient, I know it could be anything, but. Remember when every party had a chill out room? You could like go in and hear this kind of stuff. You know what I think I'm gonna do? One more time into the tunnel. What if we do only show Firefox? Aha! So there's camera, there's screen, and then all right, now I think I can rename the tracks without you guys actually seeing me type on screen. Ah, Pivclit used to be the backroom DJ. Yeah, this is not a rough mix, dude. This is beautiful. What's that synth? Wow, that track is so nice. I mean, the layers, the sounds, it's got depth, meaning bass and high frequencies. It's got space for three-dimensional stuff. There's some effects in the background. Overall, the sounds are kind of soft. You know, like the synth is like wow, but it doesn't get like a bite on it. It keeps it all soft. And the levels and everything, yeah, Pivclit, yeah, he's showing off. That's great. So we all want copies of that when we're done. And let's move on to Samba Sax version 5. This is Benny Blanco, and I'll retitle it as it starts. Here we go. Hey Jesper, glad you're here. Okay. Maxime, yeah. I'm feeling like the low end, the kick drum could be bigger. And that low bass thing, wah. All right, now with that snare coming in, the beat's kicking in. Sax sounds good. Yeah, that does. It sounds a lot more natural for sure. Ooh, I hear a little bass synth coming in. Waka, 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 waka. Let me check the low end over here. Those harmonies are cool. There's something like kind of weird with the low end. It's like moofy, like moof. Like you can hear when I turn up the low EQ, it doesn't come into a thump. It's not like oof, oof. It just comes into like a cloud of like woo, woo, woo. So there's probably like too much sub bass that's crowding out between the bass line and the kick, and the whole low end is kind of like a flub, kind of fluff, 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 fluff. You turn it back up. There's that low bass drop sound. Like every fourth beat, there's a low bass drum sound, which is a little bit too loud, and then the kick drum is not loud enough, is what I'm feeling. Now right here, this buzzy, I mean, kind of like ARP bass, I think would be cool to be louder. This one. Oh, good. Okay, I'm gonna go back to this, and you can see where I'm playing back to. In this little gap section where the kick drum drops out, I love it when a track like this, when we can hear the separate bass elements. So right now we can hear that one low bass thing that's like every fourth beat. So I'm gonna play this little breakdown section. I wanna listen to that low bass hit, figure out what that's doing. And then also the ARP bass line got really clear right here. So let's just, right here, that one. First of all, that low bass sound needs to be louder relative to everything else in the track. You have a really busy mid-range and high end with the sax and the percussion. So the mid-range and the sounds are cool. The low end isn't supporting the mids, which might be a monitoring question, actually. If you were in a square room and you're sitting in the corner, you might be hearing like the most epic low end ever, but what's in the mix might not be actually the same thing. So this does bring up a question about your listening environment, monitors, headphones, however you're listening. So it's not like it's your problem, it's just like what's in the track. Just the 303, and then that bass line, that's a little 303 happening there. I love it, that could be louder too. I like how it feels like a breakbeat. Boom, boom, pop. Boom, boom, pop. That's super cool. Yeah, the arrangement's working a lot better. Yes. Strip out some stuff. The flow is really good. The way the track is laid out is really good. And I hear there's a bass line paralleling the piano. Boom, 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 boom. Good crash. Oh, we got an atmospheric synth pad in here now. I'm gonna skip forward a little bit to just hear how we get to the ending. Okay, so right there we had the kick drum by itself. I took my EQ on the bass all the way up. I mean, it was like plus 15. I just totally boosted the kick drum. So here's what I would do. We got a couple of good tips from people coming in over here. Definitely 303s louder. The first thing I would do is cut that low bump. It goes boom, duh, duh, boom, duh, duh, duh. The one that happens on the downbeat, you don't need that happening throughout the whole track, especially not for a house track. House is really all about the 4 pulses that are equal in the bass. You can have some sub in between sometimes, but having that one thing all the way through like that, you don't need it, and that's gonna make it a much easier mix right off. So, and we're not gonna erase it, I'll get back to it, but the first thing is just mute that channel, work with the kick drum, get the kick drum louder in the mix, and maybe EQ the low end from like 80 hertz on down or something, because you need something big around like 60 hertz, just like doof, doof. And then also get a high pass filter on it up to 25 or 30, just to make sure it doesn't rumble all the way down to like subsonic. I'm guessing you probably know that already, but just to put it into words. And then that bass bump thing, bring that in once in a while when there's like, at the gap around 4 minutes right here. This was perfect where it came in, and it's like kind of like a bass impact, boom. And it could be just huge with no kick drum, boom. Have one right there, and if you could take that low sound and have it be a longer duration, so it's like boom, then you could sidechain it with the kick, so you still have that like boom, 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 boom. That would be good, but you don't need it on every bar. Like you don't need it every measure, I think, and this advice would help you clean up the low end. It's kind of it's like a priorities thing of asking the question, what is the most important sound we have to have in the sub? Make that sound excellent, and then the other stuff you craft it to fit around that one thing. So in your case, the kick drum is gonna be like the big on the bottom. And then there's the thing with the piano and the bass line moving in parallel lines. So let's just go back to the end here. Because you have the 303 bass line and the soft bass that's paralleling the piano. So this is another reason I would cut that low bass drop. So let's call it the parallel bass line. It's kind of a softer tone that's moving with the piano. That one, let's say, is like the bass line. That needs to be a little bit louder, and make sure that the mids and the top end are nice and down, like filtered down or something, so it's only like a soft bass line. And since you have that awesome piano line, the piano is gonna pull out, it'll make us feel the melody of that bass line. So that bass line doesn't have to be super prominent. Then the 303 bass line also needs to be louder, and you could high pass filter that up to like 250 or 300. And believe it or not, it'll still feel like a nice low mid sound when you make it louder. And since it has that gritty kind of texture, it'll pop through in like the front of the mix, and it'll be like the bottom of the mid range, you know what I mean? So you have like the piano and the 303 like this, the bass line underneath it, and then the kick drum on the bottom, and then once in a while that impact going poof, acting out the mix with frequency bands like this. Mr. Melvis, track spacer to open the sub range for the 303 bass. Yeah, if you want to play around with track spacer, that's a cool plugin that does cut holes in one sound to fit another one in there. You could do that. I hope that all made sense. That was a lot of instructions, and then some other people put some cool stuff in there. Maxime, I heard that too about the sax line is major and the synth is minor. There's a part where the piano line is playing like the same chords, but like it's almost like a chromatic thing or something. I'm not sure how to describe it. It's like if you have like that patch with a 7th chord and you play one note and the 7th chord moves up and down but never changes chord quality. Oh, the Ozone production suite. Okay. I mean, everything I was describing, I was thinking of how to do it with just stock plugins, so you don't have to go crazy with other devices, but that, if the Ozone's working, it will. Okay, Mr. Melvis Road Trip, version 2. I'll start this while I'm typing. Okay, on that drum fill, I heard one of the snares get cut, which made it sound like a sample and not like a real drummer. It was like da-da-da. Right between 12 and 13 seconds. If you could extend that snare drum hit so it's like smooth. Because like the drum sounds so realistic, I want to like feel that they're realistic. Guitar parts. Oh shoot, I didn't read the comments on it. Yes, I agree. 108, this section. Something about it feels like spacey rock, like in a really good way. Yeah, the drum break works. It's cool. Wow, yeah. This sounds noticeably better. And you took the bass down a little bit, I think. Hawkwind, yeah. Man, this sounds really good. And we got a fade down. All right. This sounds great. It's noticeably better than last time. The guitars are so crisp. Like you can just hear both of them totally doing their own thing, which is awesome. Drums have a great high end on the cymbals, nice definition. That one little drum break needs just an extra little snare tail so it doesn't sound artificially chopped. And that Lenny Kravitz bass line fuzz sound is lower this time, which is okay. I'm feeling like this is done. Where is it in your mix stage? Are you still mixing and it's not? Have you tried any home mastering? Is there anything on the master channel to get it up louder? Or what's your plan for the mastering? I'd like to hear that, because this version sounds, if you fix that one little drum fill with where Clyde Stubblefield fucked up, then I think this is ready for a mastering session. And I could debate the tail, all right? 'Cause from right here, I don't know if a long, slow fade out is the best. I don't know. I mean, that's okay. That sounds like a kind of like a vintage classic ending to a song. If you do want to do that, you should have the song all the way straight to the end and let the mastering engineer do the final fade, because when you do mastering, compression, and raising gain and everything, the slope of your fade could totally change and have to be redone anyway. So if you want to do a mastering session, and this is general advice for everybody, if you want to do a fade out for your master version, let the mastering engineer do that after all of their final leveling and everything that they're going to do, so that the curve that you make in your studio fade out sounds as good. Because, I mean, if you make the curve and then we amplify the whole track, your volume slope might not sound right. G channel for sure, yes. All right, let's keep on moving. Acid Flurry, Voodoo Wax Acid Flurry. I don't remember who Voodoo Wax is. I think that's a new person. And while I'm playing, I'll look at Discord. I think this came out of the techno channel. Oh, Etienne, yeah, Etienne Gaspard. He just joined us last week. Yeah, Todd, great track. Let's see what's gonna happen if we get a kick drum in here. Yeah, we could use some reverb on the clap. And when the kick drum came in, I was not feeling it the way I wanted to. I was really imagining. Let's look at our low end again. So there's a bass sound here, right there. So based on what I'm hearing in that sound, I'm expecting the kick drum to really be like oof, oof, and grab you, right? But when it comes in, I hear like a little bit of a distorted kick tone, and it's just not loud enough compared to the whole mix. So kick drum louder. And I can hear your bass lines doing something cool with the kick drum. So again, we gotta work on the low end. It's so important to decide which low end element is gonna be number one and really have it there. I like this line. Yeah, this is gonna be cool when you get your bass line and your kick drum leveled right. Segue to gain staging for bass mixes is right. All right, I just brought up the low end EQ a little bit to help it out. Let's skip forward and see about this breakdown. Overall, I like the theme, how there's like this little like really repetitive thing. That's cool, it keeps it going. Ooh, this sound is cool. That beat is not right for right there. Okay, hold on. That's too many new elements all at the same time at 348. I was just saying how that little loop is cool with the melodic thing that we've been hearing since the beginning. Then this new squiggly synth comes in that's like, and that was super cool. Right there, those two elements are all you need. And the new beat that came in either came in too soon or it's just not right for that moment, because that new beat is kind of boxy. This synth right here is so cool. And that drum beat takes away from the synth, so don't bring that drum beat in right yet. Yeah, this part's making a lot of sense right now. Like drum beat, lead synth, middle synth. Oh, if I could be a fly on the wall of the Waters household. Yeah. The triplets on the beat? The synth lead is making it very cool. The clap is good, so we need to work on the bass line and the kick drum like we were just talking about. And cut out that one drum beat that's around the middle section right there. There's the ride cymbal. That ride could be louder. Yeah, so people are saying the triplet rhythm is not really fitting in. And the 303 needs more body. Hold on. So when you say the 303 needs more body, you mean like a little more low end maybe? Like kind of like... Yeah. Let's see how we get... Here's our ending, 520. I agree, that ending section was the best part. And this thing, whoop, whoop. That bass part is part of the reason why the kick drum is not sounding right, because whoop has a lot of low end. So whatever that sound is, doesn't need it. Stop. That big whoop takes some of the low end out of there and makes some space for your bass, so your kick drum can be the dominant low end element, and then everything will get much easier from there. And, oh, it sounds like it's 30 meters out there. So if you have a lead sound that sounds like it's too far away, to get it closer, maybe you could cut down some of the reverb, and bring it a little bit more centered and louder, and possibly a little more low frequency on there. It's kind of hard to describe spatially, but those are a couple things you could try. Is Adam Hatfield in here? We got Donats with, I think I had another Donats track, no idea. I'm not sure which one to play. So while we're waiting for him, we're gonna bump On My Mind. Scott, is this the right track to play right now? Let me change the titles. Type. On My Mind. Oh, Ian, that's a good one. Okay, comment from DJ Waters on the last track. For me, it doesn't go anywhere. It needs to either lose a layer or add something. but the increase of the low end might make that happen. Yeah, the track feels kind of like it doesn't arrive, doesn't really like get going, which is partly because the low end isn't really focused at a place where you can have the beat drop. And then the layers are like, you know, the first 2/3 of the track, there was a lot going on. The last section of the track, it felt really good where we had like a beat and the lead synth and a little bit of bass stuff, and it felt like just kind of one thing. So in general, beware of too many ideas in your track. All right, here we go. Canada, On My Mind. Hello? I'm glad you can see this. I don't know why this isn't playing. Did I refresh the page? SoundCloud, SoundCloud. Okay. Oh, Maxine, thanks. How do you like the little circle? I'm in the little circle. That's what the kick drum is supposed to do. Yes, man. Oh, what's that shirt I'm wearing? I love it, I love it. Yeah, there's like a detuned synth thing. Is that like two synth lines that are a little detuned from each other? I like this high frequency like percussion synth thing. Sounds like ice blocks a little bit. Pitch, cool. Hi girls. Yes, that was a stunning white pantsuit. I had to look stylish. So far, so good. The vocal was at the right level, basically. Nice build. There was something cool when the melody, it just happened again. The melody line does like a little chord change or changes notes, And it happens when the voice comes in, so it sounds almost like the voice makes the melody bend. That's cool composition. Yeah. Ooh, a hi-hat roll. Heard that. Okay, that what? I gotta stop you here. There was one little sound that was like pshoo, which you could make louder. It's such a small detail, but that little thing, pshoo, make that louder. Yeah, I see what you mean about the galloping rhythm thing. It's working. Slate. How are you guys feeling that low end? I'm in headphones. And I would be ready for the lead to drop out and give us just a drums and bass only section at the end right here. Like around 5:15. A bit lagging, maybe, yeah, like. There we go, 5:30, thank you. Just that lead dropped out, so we got the lows and that one, like, blocky sound. You know, there's the low end could be doing triplets because the rhythm has a galloping thing with like a combination of the synths and drums where it's like doom ticka dum ticka dum ticka dum, but the low end feels like it's doing a 2-beat pulse of like boom ga boom ga boom ga boom ga. So that might be what's making it feel like the triplet, the gallop feel isn't totally supported with like a doom ticka dum ticka dum ticka dum. I'm not sure yet. Right here, it's definitely triplet, right? Vocal sounds really good. So we got a clear triplet pulse, like dun ticka dun. And let's go back to the beginning. So we don't have it there. And at this part, you can hear how the low end is just doing 2, like doompa, 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 doompa. That's an awesome moment, 341. I wonder if maybe that So there's like a delay thing coming. It's a little ambiguous if we're on, like, let's just say for simplicity, let's say house feel is like boonka, 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 just like a 2 pulse. And then like a trance feel is like doon, ticka doon, ticka doon, ticka doon with the galloping thing. And something about that synth line at the end with a delay on it, it can go either way. And the galloping part has one low bass thing and then two higher ones, like boom, ticka, boom. So yeah, that ending part's like boom, ticka, boom, ticka, boom, ticka, ticka, where it has like a one low pulse and then the two little tickas are kind of like a less powerful thing. And then when the kick drum is in there, it does make it feel like we're kind of in between clear pulses. So I don't know if I have a solution for that. Is anybody else? All right, cool. The bass mirrors the kick and the delays add the triplet gallop on the bass line. Okay, the bass mirrors the kick. So essentially it's like a house groove with, right, the delays are high passed, so we don't have too much rumbly thing. I think maybe you could add a little more low end to the delays and somehow have like a tick on the front of them, like a high frequency thing, so it's maybe. I don't know. I don't have like a super clear solution for this one. It does feel like the track is slow. It's like unga unga, but also harmonically, it's kind of like doing this minor thing, and it's just sort of like a creepy harmony. So yeah, there's like a rhythmic push and pull inside the track that it kind of goes with the overall emotional groove too. You know, you were always on my mind. It's like you're thinking about somebody, but they're not there, and it's kind of like taking you down a little bit. I don't know, work on this one a little bit more and see what you can do with it. Matt Schultz, the Matt Schultz. But the arrangement is cool, and the build-ups and the layering and the sounds and the textures and the mix of what you have is super good. So maybe a little bit of a tweak with that delay and bass line rhythm, you know what I mean? And let's get another version on that. Oh, ding to the dong, AKA bing to the bong. DJ Waters, I'm just gonna title this Ding to the dong. And in case anybody was in danger of moving too slowly. And Scott, let me know if those comments were helpful at all. I'm not sure I really did anything to solve it, but if we're feeling like the bass is dragging, what I was trying to say is basically if you could have the bass line clearly do triplets like kick, but kick, but kick, but kick, but instead of like kick, but, because you have like the kick, but with echo. Yeah. All right, everybody, ding to the dong. What a funny intro. Sparkle. Oliver, thank you, yeah.
Hello?
I think Oliver put it in words better than I did. Oh my God. My headphones up. I love that distortion. It's like. Oh my God, making you wait. Back there, those mid-range highs are getting a little screechy. That sub hit right there. Ah. That almost sounds like church organ.
Get back in there right now and play Ya Ding Dong!
I'm pulling that mid-range down for you right here. great. Ooh, what was that? Man, people are gonna love this track. Whew. It's like getting a workout. I hear the harmonic pattern from before. It's really great, the contrast between this section and the hard section. Ah, it's like a little bunny rabbit walking by, or hopping.
Get back in there right now and play ya ding dong!
And the timing and the alignment is totally all cool on this one. I'm stuck, I don't know what to do. Oh, I'm gonna break. That doo-doo-doo-doo. Wait, I want it. There's this little part where it goes doo-doo-doo-doo. That shit is crazy. AD magic is reverb and panning to make the sound move around behind your head. Okay, good. That's a good example. The sound that I said, like, watch the highs and the high mid EQ, which is like 3,000 or something, right there around 4 minutes and 27 seconds. That sound was isolated. It's like a scratching pitch down thing. That one is where I was having some EQ trouble. Oh. Did that change tempo? Okay. I'm not sure about that last section. Did we have a different tempo for a couple bars there? And this is cool. Beautiful contrast, everything good. Let's hear how we end it. Epic. Sweeping.
You have to play it again!
Everything about this track is like a mind fuck on every level. You have to play it again! Bump, 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 bump. Okay, so the first section and the end section have the same tempo that's different from the middle. Is that right? Do, 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 do. Yeah, so there's like I like it, there's symmetrical shapes. There's like a crazy intro of a totally funny sound. Then there's a section of beats at the beginning and the ending that are a little bit slower. And then the whole middle section is like a brick of like doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, like fast stuff. Amusing and entertaining. Is everybody okay? Yeah, it did drop in BPM, but I think it's symmetric so that, did you do that on purpose? I'm just kind of wondering what's your thought process, if you admit to having a thought process or if it's just because you felt like doing it or whatever. Holy shit, what a ride. Man, the only thing I got a problem with is a couple spots where the high frequency was just too much, from like 2,000 to 4,000. Somewhere in there was like screechy. So if you can pull that out and pull that down with a notch filter or parametric EQ, dipping out. Yeah, insane and great. And my favorite thing is that overall, the volume levels are consistent between your samples, your different kick drums, your chopped up breaks, all the stuff that's happening in the whole world of this track is coming out at the right volume. So you can press play, listen to it, and it just keeps chopping up and like hitting you in the face from different directions, and it's awesome. I don't know what people who like this kind of beats are expecting on a dance floor, but it would work well. I think you kind of lean forward into the subwoofer and put your hands on the side of it and get it in the head. Like if you see those parties where somebody's like upside down with their feet coming out of the bass bin, like it's... yeah. Oh, it was on purpose and I don't know why I just did it. No, that's cool because, you know, there's a lot of tempo jumps and breaks and gaps, so you can totally switch tempo and it's fine. And like, this is outside the realm of beat matching from one track to the other. I mean, you could, but you don't have to. So it's fine. It works. It's good. 224 to 226. Is that only a 2 BPM difference? Huh. That's not that much. But mainly the thing I want to compliment is that the quality of your mixing has just jumped up so much with consistency, getting all the important sounds at a consistent level, meaning like the low end kicks and things that are like changing on the bottom are always coming out at a nice pressure level where it feels even. So once you have that, you can jump around with the stuff on top as much as you want. It doesn't matter because the whole bass line or low end part is working. And the other really important thing that you seem to have fixed is you're keeping us in the groove. So when we're like bopping on the beat, it keeps going and like it'll change, but then it comes back on the beat. Let's hear a little bit of that. And I can like stay on this groove even with all those chopped up things, right? And get it right back. And that's really important because that's what the crowd is going to be doing. They're going to be like on Body Zombie, gong, 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 gong. And no matter, it can chop up as much as you want, but it has to come back to like that same pulse, either on the forward or the backward. The 1 and the 2. Okay, now we're going to do some abs, left to right. So pass that off to Pivclip for mastering and let him put the magic sauce on top. And what are you doing? Are you doing an album of these tracks? Is this like something I could play when I'm babysitting my nieces and nephews someday? Teach them what's going on. That's 2 BPM. Where the grip from the beat from last time? I don't know. Yeah, but it's great. It's fun. Gave you some comments. Let's just hear the very ending again. That sweep.
You have to play it again!
And who else is here? Let me know if you're here and I didn't play your track. We're doing good on time. It's only 1 o'clock. Yeah, amazing cuts, good arrangement. I know there are a ton of people who are going to love that music, like outdoor, stomping up mud, all kinds of stuff. An album, cool. Yeah, get the album tracks together. Let me know right now if you're watching and you have a track that I can play for you, because there's some people. And this might be a nice segue. Tice put up this track. It says ambient from a broken toy from his daughter. So let me just label this one. Ding to the dong. You have to play it again. What's that called? Music Mocks. Let's see what we're going to get. Okay, Jesper, where can I find your track? And Scott, I'll grab Laced. What channel is the Laced track in? Is it in house? I'm not seeing it. Wait, what is happening right now? I'm not sure which tab is playing. It's playing from Discord. You guys, I'm totally lost right now. Yeah, there's another track playing. I was just clicking around in Discord and I don't know. Okay. All right, so when I was scooping around through Discord channels, I started a SoundCloud track that took off, and I don't know which one it was. All right, Steve is DJing. Steve is badly DJing right now. That was a Danat's other track. You guys, this is not how to do track feedback. Do not try this at home. Let's just take a second and go back. So, Ty Slackhouse is the one on the label right now. That's 1 minute and 25. So let's just recenter on that. Apparently his daughter was playing with some toy that broke and he recorded it and made this ambient track. Nice pulse, a little more bass. I gotta pop under, yeah, whatever. I like the sound at the end. That's actually quite cool. Compare that to the grown out of minimal stuff we were listening to with drone and pulsing and a little bit of percussion, and then later in the track a kick comes in. This could be a really cool ambient track. More kick drum, make it longer, and do another version and bring that back. Ty Slackhouse, because that actually sounds pretty cool. Cool, dark experimental dub. Yeah, and that synth that was like around 1 minute. Right here. That sounds like something that we would hear from the Matt Schultz. By the way, Matt Schultz, do you have an update? Oh, you just commented. I'm going to be punished in a public park for that horrific crime of double tab mixing. We got Stevenos. I got the Adam Hatfield up here. We got Boda Rev that I want to run through. Let's do Laced from 19 hours ago. Canada Laced. Oh, I titled the last one Scott Burke instead of Canada, so I hope you all know that's what that is. Canada Laced, the track of the day. All right. And you said like a breakbeat house track? Ooh. Boom, boom. That right there. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. That's what makes it. That's good. Hi-hat's louder. I love that bass. Boom, boom. That one kick comes on the upbeat. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Ooh. That's a nice reverb on that conga. I think the conga could be a little louder. Wow, nice chords. Oh, do you need the top line now that we see what's playing in the SoundCloud player? I mean, I guess not, but it does help on replay if you want to scan quickly and like get the header, maybe? I don't know. Your vocals are really nicely placed in your mixes, Scott. They're like right here. Let me show you what I mean, like right here, right? The infinity tunnel. Oh, that didn't work. Whatever. That sub is gooey. Is that a glide, portamento glide on the sub? Wait, I want to go back. That is a gooey sub. Ooh. Yeah, it would be a little easier if I didn't have to stop and type the titles in, but it does seem to help. Right there, those congas totally need to be louder. Great delay on the vocal. So yeah. And that sound. So much space in this mix. Damn. That percussion's amazing. There's so much going on, like the shaker. What was that little, what was that? Wait. That was a cool sound. This is good. I'm gonna click the loop switch. Fat sounds. Oh, Maxine, what are you talking about? Rebuilding the arrangement. What? What's going on with the arrangement? You want to have something different happen? I didn't feel like I got bored, and it didn't go on too long, so that was cool. And it didn't have any unexpected stuff that was like wonky. But 5 minutes, there is a little more. You could have it a little longer. Let's skip to like. Yeah, it comes in like a minute with the bass line. That's about the right time. Yeah, smooth electronic vibe from Scoot. So far, my only comment was the opening hi-hats could be a little louder and the conga could be a little louder. Did anybody else say? I don't think so. And then that bass line. And the dub chords. This is like a great track. I want to copy this one. And the mix feels right. Yeah, man, conga's louder, and maybe if you want to make the track a little bit longer or mess with the arrangement or something, but it's totally, it sounds mixable, it sounds playable, it sounds good, so probably next week this will want to be done. And I'm glad you posted that because that was cool. All right, let's play some trance from Bodarev Gene Therapy because he put this up last week and I told him I was going to play it and I didn't play it yet. So we're going to title Bodarev Gene Therapy, right? Doink, doink, doink. And here we go. All right, yeah, talk about the arrangement a little more in Discord or something. I didn't feel any, like it wasn't a predictable track, but that's okay. You know, it doesn't, I didn't expect it to do anything differently. Like whatever it did was okay with me. So, yeah, I could see starting with a more minimal intro with maybe some synths and not all beats, but there's a lot of options for arrangement. The overall vibe is working. Okay, now for Bo. Gene Therapy. Starting off good. Oh, this is only 2 minutes, so this is a sketch. All right, good riser moment. There's a good pulse with the low end, kick in the bass. Drums are clear. Yeah, this one gets right into it, right into the flow. Hang on. That little snare double tap, I hear that a lot in Bo's music. And it's not necessary, I don't think. Right there, 141. It's kind of like the little double tap is like sort of all by itself, and it's not a breakbeat track. So for me, that little extra snare, I would take it out, but that's just me. Here we go in the build-up. Yeah, this track is doing what it needs to do. I'd like to hear the full version. That upbeat bass is really powerful. All right, good. What do you guys think? Do you think that bass line is a little louder than the kick? Because when the kick is gone, we're hearing like It feels like that sub, you know, is like the in-between bass is really loud. And when the kick comes in with it, I can tell there's a lot of side chaining to duck it down, but I still think maybe the kick could be a little bigger and that upbeat bass line could be a little lower in the volume. Yeah, something about the kick is not quite right. Yeah, the double taps interrupt the flow, like it's a straight flow beat. All right, now I'm guessing this would be about a 2-minute build-up before another section. All right, I can see that's where Bo is going to go into the chord section and build up. Yeah, so something about the kick drum needs to be more smacking, and for this style, the kick could be a short duration and really like goof, goof, hit like a real pulse, and the big like sub bass is going oomph, oomph, oomph. The pulsing one is a little too loud relative. Super great vibe. I like the feel, and the track is definitely doing what it needs to do. I just want to reiterate at 241 or 141. That little double snare drum, it's an easy habit to get into, like as a drummer, you know, it's good, but like when the whole track is such a straight groove, you don't fall into the habit of using that little double tap snare in every track because it doesn't need it in every track. So use it sparingly or snaringly. And make this one longer. I want to hear the 7-minute version. Maybe try a simple off bass. Ooh, Ian said at the 2-minute mark, fade down, have a nice long melodic build, snare drum roll, then back out again. Where is 2 minutes? that like right here? Okay, so maybe at the 2-minute mark, we go into this later section. And then again, like really epic and spacey. How'd you like that for a mix? If I'm gonna train wreck, I might as well train wreck. Donats, no idea. There we go. Cool, Bo, bring that back next week. I want to hear more of that. And I'm not sure if this is the newest version, but I think it is updated. Stevenos. Let's do one or two more tracks. This is nice and bouncy too. Nice separation between the kick and the bass line. Feels like something's about to peak out and get... This is another one. I think the little shakers could be a little louder. And I could hear like a nice cracking top loop. Like that hi-hat. I want that hi-hat in the whole time, not dropping out. I think the vocal sample could be louder too, right? Whatever she's saying. Were they brighter before? I hope I didn't say turn them down last time, because now I'm saying turn them up. Drinking coffee. Yeah, this is the one I started by mistake on Discord. I love that bassline flow. Oh, did I not change the top banner? Shit, sorry. I thought I did. Thank you for that. Micro elements could be better mixed, which to me means probably get them into a group, do some compression, and squash them a little harder, bring them up to the front. Yeah, it's like, it's got this funky swing to it. Could maybe use a lead melody or something pretty soon. There's a lot of space in the high mids where we could have like a pad, a synth, a lead, a melody, something on top. Although a bassline dub, there's nothing wrong with that, but it has such a good flow. It's like just rolling along. Yeah, I want a lead melody. I think. Like a bleep, like a little, like just a high frequency sound, not like a melt like a song, you know, but just like a rhythmic sound up in the high frequency range. And there's some little micro stuff in here that Coming up to a breakdown, let's see what happens. Yeah, the drums and percussion are solid. The groove is solid for sure. Something massive like a long horn, yeah, maybe. I think the little vocal sample in between there could be louder in the breakdown part, because the beat kicked in really loud. Ooh, bells over this section, yeah. Like a glockenspiel. All right, let me skip forward a little bit, see what... And then we build it down. Ooh. Anybody who wants to remix that bass line? What a great rhythm. That's almost like a hand drum. Right? Great rhythm. Rhythmically, the strongest part of this whole track is the rhythm of the way the bass line pulls the groove forward and all the drums are built around that pulse. It's great. I really like it. It's not a problem to be missing a lead element, but somewhere around the middle, like 2/3 of the way through, I felt like there was time for a high frequency sound to enter. So it just needs to be something in the high frequency range that's sonically doing something interesting and rhythmic. It doesn't have to be melody notes making a pitched line. It doesn't have to be a line that you could sing or like here I am, I'm a melody. It doesn't have to be like that, but just something to fill up the upper ranges and be kind of like playing with the rhythm. Maybe something like bells. Yeah, metallic percussion, not like too ringy, like not like a chime, you know, but I don't know, see if that grabs you, and if you want to play with that, add something in. Could be cool. And Stevenos, we're going to do some techno straight mix preview 2. Let me title this real quick, and that might be it for this Saturday. Oh, come on. Oh, my God. Straight tech. Yeah, I'm typing. All right, that's one argument to get the banner out of here because it takes my attention. Here we go. Yeah, DJ Waters dropping some science right here. You need to ask yourself, does the track have different elements as it progresses? And do you need to add or remove something to make it different? Oh, Alienoid from DDR. Huh. This is working good, man. The kick, the bass line, the groove. Check that out again. Hold on. Was that cymbal crash kind of loud? Was that cymbal crash kind of loud? The cymbal crash was a little too loud. The rest of the drum break was cool. So. Yeah. That bass bend, yeah. Oh, good. That reverse crash was really good. I'm glad it didn't drop in loud after that. Are we in a breakdown? I feel like it's too early for this much, for the kick drum to be gone for so long. Maybe it's just a big build. Let's see. All right, I want to talk about the structure in this one because it's kind of teasing like an epic moment, and then now we came back down to like not a full drop. It's like kick and what do we got here? This feels like more like a full beat. So after this little riser deal, I would go out to let's see. To. I would drop it right there with the hi-hat in because it felt like it lost energy when we went into this moment. 158. It feels like we went backwards and we're into like the ending of the track or the intro of the track. But when you're 2 minutes into the track and you have a riser and a shh, you need to slam whatever the main beat is going to be. It has to come in right there. So this would be a better moment. Good groovy tech house, yeah. All right, Pivclit, the kick could probably use a little notch down somewhere, 160 to get more depth to it. All right, Todd Melvis. Thanks for hanging out, man. Good music today. Yeah, this is nice and groovy. The bass line and the kick are super fun. I'm ready for another top loop to come in, like another hi-hat, a little ride or something. Something to like pick up the rhythm and keep it going. Especially right here at 250. That was a cool sound. What was that? Wait. And then right here, okay, at 3 minutes, we've got the bass line and the kick is gone and the hi-hats are still going. It doesn't quite feel like a breakdown. There's too much beat going on for it to be a breakdown. And that sound is really cool. So for this style of track, I would make an actual breakdown where all the beats drop out. This middle section has emptiness and some of those weird sounds filling it up to make it like an actual full break. Like this. Okay, now you did it right here. Yeah, 16ths on the hi-hat. Like play a new hi-hat with 16th notes, like go tick, 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 tick. Or a 909 ride, Mr. G, yeah. Shaker tambourine. There's lots of options for other elements to add in on top. Let's see if we get one coming in after this drop. That sound is super cool. Put a delay on that. That'll fill up a lot of space. I'm having a hard time with that snare, sorry. I know there is a format where you have a drop, it's like a false drop, and then you come in with the hi-hat after. Not. There we go. Needs a little bit more XTC on the top tiers. Oh, Stephen Fay here, how you doing? A little late, yeah, we're almost at the end. Oh, that was cool. See, with no crash right there? I like that drum break. Without the big crash, that drum break is super cool. Definitely put that high sound into a delay. That one, delay, definitely. That crash, get the low end out of it, bring the volume down so it can be the same cymbal, but just not so loud and not so much bottom end body on there. This groove is super fun. That gooey bass, I think that bass line could even be a little bit louder. That slide in the bass line, that's great. Track makes me happy overall. And right here, no hi-hats. Let this be the outro. This could use kind of like a little ambient synth pad or something to kind of take it out, like or something. Let's go back. Yeah, because most of the way through, we're hearing that same hi-hat and snare. It's like, and in the middle section, it would be really good to add. I think you could get like 2 more good percussion layers. One that's like a tambourine, it's like or 16th notes with another hi-hat, or just another hi-hat, or an open ride, ding, ding, ding. Sounds like a tool room track. A lot of potential for this one, yeah. Matt Schultz, the vocal less often and more variation with the vocal processing, like delays or something. I agree with that. I don't know if I agree with changing the bass line. I don't think the bass line needs variations. The bass line for me was cool that it was steady and in the groove, and it had that swing. It's like doop, boom, 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 and doop. So it just keeps bringing you back around. So for me, the bass line was okay. Crash cymbal down. The crash is the only thing that I would say is a problem in the track because it's just so loud. It's like cold water, you know? So that's the thing that is like the only thing that's a problem. Everything else is debatable. There's a lot of ways you could creatively add percussion to add energy in sections, which means you bring in a new layer, leave it in for 16 bars, take it out, put in a different one, and let them stack up so you have one section of track that's maybe right around here at like 4 minutes. This could be the part where all the percussion is in. Like, we just got the snare. The hi-hat's gonna come in and then have like another 2 layers on top that are spread to the stereo field. So like right here, it could be the peak section of all that stuff happening, and then just subtract the layers and build them back down as we go earlier. And Stephen Fay here, this is you, right, Stevenos? Is that? So I'm digging that track, and it's playable already. Like the kick and the bass line groove and the beats are definitely playable. I don't know if I could play 5 minutes of it, but you could definitely bring in a section of it and play like 2 or 3 minutes and get out of one track and use it as a bridge across to another track because it has a nice swing and a groove and everything. Fun groove, reduce the amount of the ecstasy sample. Okay, like I was saying with that delay on that little pew 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 sound, if you take like the vocal ecstasy and put it into a long delay, a delay with a long feedback, and let it echo for a long time, you'll get the effect of filling up space without us feeling like it's sampley. Like sampley is like when you hear the same sample exactly the same way too many times. It's like that kind of sample trigger kind of thing. Nat Schultz, I mean that bass line playing along with the little drum fills and then with the beat going back to the stoic and nice groove. Yeah, you could do some bass line variations at the drum fills. That could work too. I like how people have tons of suggestions. When we hear an empty track like this with a lot of potential, it's like it's easy to get creative and think of fun stuff that you could play on top of it. And there's the Nats, but I'm gonna pull out a surprise contender. That crunch bass track I was working on, I don't think I uploaded version 3 yet, but I wanna just show off some of the sounds I was working with. This is a 9-minute dub, so I'm not gonna play 9 minutes, but let me get this down into QuickTime. I was building some sounds to tweak. And my plan here was to have a bass line that can be really tweakable and have like one song section that's all about that doing a build up, and then a pad sound that's also very tweakable with filters, and have another song section where that one's getting tweaked. And it sounds a little bit like this, and I'm gonna skip around. So kind of deep house vibe. This is the intro. DJ Waters, yeah. And let me change my title bar. So you're not seeing the track that I'm playing right now, but the title bar is correct. There's my little peep on top. I'm gonna skip forward because there's a, okay. Here's the bass line sound coming in. You watch my broadcast levels. Playing with the low pass filter and the resonance on that bass line. And there's another sub bass underneath it. That's like 2 bass layers. Little delay. I got that tip from Mindbender about using a different snare drum fill because that got repetitive, so. now there's like another low pass filter on the bass line doing that other rhythm to make it like. Okay, Betty Blanco, yeah. Bass line a little behind the groove. That's with like, I think that's with the LFO sync. So I can work on that. Yeah, I know what you mean. It is a little bit like. And that's, MIDI notes are just like on the grid with 16ths. I'm gonna skip forward a little bit because the next section is coming in with the pad synth in a minute right here. So this is the pad we heard at the opening. This is gonna be the ending again. We'll tweak it around a little bit. Not that. I like how the pad is doing stereo. Oh yeah, Scott, you made a comment on that about the bleep melody and more swing on the bleep. What would you do with the beep thing? I mean, it's totally straight notes, so now it's like there's a lot of places you could do stuff. So you mean those little high notes should have like a different swing on them or something? Yeah, I like how the pad feels. It's like stable but moving at the same time. All right, cool. Those are good tips. Thank you, guys. I think it just keeps doing a weird jam for like another 3 minutes. Space disco. That's a great compliment. I would like to have this out on When Disco Goes Wrong with Mindbender, if I could. Need variation on that snare drum break. And that beep is getting a little repetitive, right? I should probably mute that. More feel, little movement. Don't have them in for the whole entire time, Steve. All right, let's go forward a little bit and see. How do we get out of this track? Brighter, higher up on the drums, yeah? This was a big session view project where I was just firing clips and like letting it jam out, so probably I'm just gonna be muting some. Yeah. And an ending. Cool, thanks for the feedback. That's useful. So drums a little higher, brighter, high and up. Yeah, so just so you know, this is in the arrangement phase. Basically, I built the sounds that I want to use, and most of them are working. The bassline micro timing needs to be locked in, so I think that's going to be with the LFO sync, where the bassline filters are syncing with an LFO, and it's like it has to be like a slightly different pulse in it. That's like a, you know, whatever. All right, that's going to be it for track feedback today. Doink. And I didn't get to go in the bass cave at all, because I'm working with my green screen. It's actually a whole green screen. Look, there's the bass cave. Come behind the curtain with Steve Knotts. And you can also do fun stuff. I was doing this kind of thing before. Like that. Now check this out. If we go like this, then I can be in the circle with a weird video background and SoundCloud. Matt Schultz, these chords, mesmerized by the chords, could easily be the lead sound together with that pulsating pad. Thank you. I'm glad you like those chords. That means a lot because I know your style of chords. If you like it, it's got to be creamy and buttery. Goes to a nice place. Cool, cool, cool. Yes, see you guys in Discord. Oh, and then Pivclit put up this awesome comment in Discord about how to tag the whole group with an @TrackFeedbackCrew, which means when you post a thread, there's this weird thing that's happening. I guess I want to try and show you this. So let me show Discord. Checking for updates. I got to restart. I closed Discord when we had that track overlap disaster because I didn't know what was coming from. So as soon as Discord loads, there's Jesper, I don't know where your track is. Sorry about that. There's a thing you can do where you tag everybody in the group on a thread, and I think this is important because there's a couple threads, like when I was looking for Scott Burke's track Laced, I didn't see it right away, and I had to go look down and find out where the new track was in the thread and then join the thread. Have you seen that kind of thing? So sometimes there's a new track that doesn't automatically show up on the left side, but I think if everybody tags it as with the @TrackFeedbackCrew, then I think we're all going to get a notification about the track. And that's here, down-tempo tracks get attention. This should probably be in the Discord thing. But there's a little attention movie right here. It's in the down-tempo tracks channel, a little thing called Get Attention, and it just shows you how to tag everybody in the crew so that we all get into the threads so that you can just see them and know that they're there. And Tenka, how did you? Oh, you sent me a track in a private message. Okay, that's not the best way to do it because I didn't see it. So, and it was after 1 o'clock. So what you should do is, Jesper, I think you know this, but Discord's going slow. Go down to your genre, like Psytrance or whatever, and click into that channel. And then you can drop a link and click on the little thing over here after you post the new link to create a thread, and that'll allow you to get your track to show up as a separate title. So, last one for the day, Vibe Tribe and Tenka, Black Market Bacon. I'm not sure if you're, let's show current application, that'll work. Which means we might get the infinity tunnel again. No. And here we are, Vibe Tribe and Tenka, Black Market Bacon, not finished, progressive. Is this the right track? Okay, a couple important questions. Does it work if you change an existing post? I'm not sure what you mean change. Do you mean you make an existing thread and then change, put the @TrackFeedbackCrew in there? Or what? I'm not quite sure what the question was. Benny, it'd be great if we could get to have people here screen share their session and get on the mic. Yes, we are trying to get there. I think we're going to do that in Discord. I want to get this running. This is going to be awesome. So inside Discord, let's go back to Discord. Joink. Over here down at the bottom, where it says voice channels, main announcements, free talk, track, feedback, crew. You all have permission or access to get into this one. And when you click that, all you do is just click it, and it's going to activate a Discord thing that says select your camera and mic. And then you basically go live into the Discord channel, and whoever else has access to that channel can see it and join it like a Skype group call or like a Zoom call. So we could have everybody in there doing a hangout talking. We can all hear each other and talk. This is like how you can do multiplayer gaming with headsets and hear each other and talk and stuff. And I think you can screen share too. Now, I'm not sure about audio quality and HD screen to like see your Ableton screen and really get like all the details on the plugins, but that's the next thing I'm gonna start testing. Now that I got my freaking YouTube stream key working dependably, and I really like this system we have right here where I'm screen sharing the whole time with a little head in the corner so you can see me. That's cool, so that's working. Next step is gonna be to start doing Discord Hangouts. So when I'm ready to test this, like later this week, I'm just gonna look for who's online, and I'll blip you a little chat message over here on the side and say, hey, let's try the voice channel. And let's get it tested so that you can have your mic and headphones on, I can have my mic and headphones on, we can both have our Ableton audio coming in and screen share, so that's like 4 sources. And then once we get that working, we'll be able to do workshops with, like we can schedule people to come in and screen share their Ableton session and have it like an interview with, Pivclit or somebody and be like, how do you do that? That'll be really, really cool. I'm excited for that a lot. And also, you're completely welcome to do video hangouts with anybody in Discord all the time. You don't need me to start an event. That's a really cool thing about this platform is you can just go in, you can start a one-on-one chat. If you're producing and you're in your studio and you got a question, you see somebody else online, you can just blip them and be like, I'm losing my mind, how do you do this? Or can I play this new track for you right now? Let's hang out or something. And you can have like a little moment. That would be really fun. So that's gonna get started soon. And thanks for reminding me and being patient about the tech and everything. Membership is paying off. Oh, I have to pay more to Discord Nitro to get higher res video and audio. I boosted the server a bit already to get, so we can upload audio directly into here. I'll look at it. I think I'm paying like 17 bucks a month right now, which is not too bad. But if we got to upload or upgrade, we could. Or there's that thing of the Audio Movers plugin. The plugin is called Listen To, where you drop it on your Ableton output, and it can send studio quality audio through a totally different channel or internet, protocol, and somebody else can drop the Ableton plugin or drop the Listen To plugin in their Ableton project and just hear what you're transmitting totally without anything else. So you could just be on the phone with somebody and trade studio audio. So we might all want to start using Audio Movers when the person who's screen sharing can broadcast and everybody else can listen to it and get like perfect audio. Yeah, I'll ask my son, yeah. All right, let's check out this track from Jesper. Thanks for reminding me, Tenka, and I better change the title so we know what we're listening to. Tenka, and it's called Black Market Bacon? Black Market Bacon, what does that mean?
En
Oh my
AT&T,
God.
todos, tanto clientes nuevos como...
So I should have just been playing that ad. We got a 30-second SoundCloud ad. DJ Water is going to be doing a paid Babe Station style chat in Discord where you pay me to stay clothed. Yes, you will definitely get a lot of money on that one. Really cool. Video quality is okay, but no high-res audio. Well, Discord did make an update. They made a big announcement where they said that they've upgraded their server so that when you have more people join a video chat, the audio stays the same for each person. There used to be a problem that like if you had 2 people, it was good audio, and then every person who came in, the audio degraded. But apparently they fixed that. So I want to do some testing and figure out what quality of audio do we have, because if it's consistent and listenable, it might work, but Audio Movers is probably the better one. Dismiss, sorry about the SoundCloud ad. Anybody watching on the replay, sorry. And let's start over. So another tribe from the Vibe Tribe. Fat Triplets coming in. 7 minutes, cool. All right, Matt, that's a good tip. Thank you. That synth is nasty. Wow. I like that a lot. Everybody get in the elevator. That is good sound design right there. All right, everybody, listen to what is happening right here. And you guys who are watching right now, I'm not talking to you like that, but everybody who's watching the replay, one thing you'll hear me say all the time is that the best risers and buildups and climaxes come from taking a sound that's in your mix and tweaking it so that it morphs and changes and grows and turns into something else. Like kind of basic risers sound like it's like a reverse cymbal, right? It's effective and it's cool, but it just sounds like, okay, that's a reverse cymbal crash. But what we have right here is a quiet moment. There's a little tick that's happening. It sounds like almost a wood block that gets bigger and bigger and bigger. It's ducking the background, and then it gets a delay on it and turns into this really cool thing. We just gotta hear that again. It might have been a metronome, I don't know. Right here, it's just a little tick. it got louder, so volume. It's still kind of a background sound. Now we realize it's like a clock ticking, and now it's bouncing. That's so cool. And now we're in the beat. This is great. So clean, that bass. All right, a pluck sound and then making the reverb longer and longer. Man, this production is so clean. Sounds like a clave. Really good mix. Jesper, is this a track that you can edit, or is this a mix that's just from a session that's no longer available? I see it says not finished. I'm wondering if you can change it. Ooh. Made in one single night? What planet did you come here from? Nice chord progression and a nice synth stack. I'm sure some people want to know, how did you make this in one night? There we are with the pluck again. Proper drop right there. Is this like 128 BPM? Yeah, this synth is great. Yeah, pretty tight mix. Do you think it's above 130? What's the tempo, Jesper? Uh-oh. Oh, 135, yeah. So tricky. Close to 138. I got that wrong. Oh man, this track is so fun. It's like a super shuffle now. All right, coming back into the straight beat. Yeah, Jesper, this is really good. I don't know if I have any comments. How did you make this in one night? can't wait for this ending drop. This is gonna be great. All right, riser. Nice, that sound. Yeah, man. Wait, what was that? Do you hear that? Do you hear that little grump? There's a little like kick drum roll on the turnaround. Check this out. That's cool. That's a good effect. Just giving it to us at the end. Seven minutes and we're like totally in it. That's a snare fill or like a kick drum roll. Brrr. Feels like it's a lower one, like a kick kind of thing. You could get this mastered and put this out. Like, it sounds done to me. I don't have any comments. Well, maybe one comment is, there is one synth stab that feels like the chord is a major triad, and most of the track feels like minor, and I just heard it at the end. Ba, ba, ba. Boom, ba, ba. Yeah, there's something with like, there's a major triad in that chord. Ba, and then the bass line is like, yeah, bow, bow. There's one synth that's going down, and the other one's going down, ba, ba. It's a half step difference. I'm not singing it very accurately, but there is a little bit of a harmonic clash between major and minor. I want to find the first place of that minor sound. Oh, okay. Very opening sound says we're in a minor key. Right there, you hear it. Yeah, 732. So right at the end, there's down, right at 732. That might be too much detail. I don't know if anybody else is catching that. For me, I would take that synth stab and shift one of the MIDI notes down a step to make it a minor chord to go with the minor tonality of the whole track. Fortunately, it's not a major problem. I didn't mean that as a joke. It's not a large problem. It's not a big problem. It doesn't fuck up the track. This track feels done. It's amazing. The mix is so good. The build-ups especially are really, really good. The drops are super clean. The gaps are happening at interesting moments. And it keeps changing, and it doesn't do predictable stuff. It's so good. And there's a triplet section. So, I don't know. For me, I mean, I would change that chord stab to make it a minor tonality. So Jesper, let me know if you understand what I'm saying, if that makes sense. Right there. That's my only note on this comment. I mean, my only note on this track, and it's not that serious. Some people are going to notice it, other people are not going to notice it, and the track basically works. So I hope that's useful. I'm not trying to find problems. I'm just trying to find useful stuff that I could recommend. Don't go into that mode. You hear everything. No, I don't. You heard my track. I miss tons of shit when I'm producing. I'm like, it's, you know what's the most frustrating thing? When you're making a track and you know there's stuff you're going to edit later, but you just didn't get to it yet. So I kind of do that with my production where I'll work on, like I said, I was like working on the bassline filters, right? So I'll work on that a lot, make a mix, and I'm only listening to like the beats and the bassline, and there's other stuff that I know is gonna have to change that I didn't get to yet, and then it's in the mix, and then I'm like, why did I play that? So yeah, there's always more to do, and there's always stuff that I wanna do that I didn't do yet. One night in full inspiration mode, maybe. Well, we are at 2 o'clock. It's the end of track feedback for today. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out and chilling and giving such good tips. I like seeing the comments of people talking to each other and saying crazy stuff. And I wish I could pick a favorite track of today, but all of them are so good. Like, oh man, super heavy ambient stuff, super hardcore fast stuff, deep house, lush sounds, and then this trance stuff at the end. Like, there's so many good producers and good tracks coming out. Do I have Absolute Gehori? I do not. I don't even know what that is. Is that a plug-in or a kind of vodka? Yeah, I don't know. I don't have it. What am I going to say? So we're going to work on Discord video hangouts and decide how to format our audio ins and outs. That's going to be fun, so we can start doing group visits pretty soon. And thank you, Ian Waters, for the interview on Wednesday. You all click into the. I sent an email just this morning. There's a link to DJ Waters, and there's a link in the replay section of the members site where you can watch the Ian Waters interview. I got to get the interview sound working better too, because I want to be able to play tracks from people and have a discussion and have the audio all perfectly clean. And we had an echo on the monitoring, which I wasn't aware of until I heard the playback. So there's some room for more technical innovations, but it's coming together, and I'm having a really good time. It's so much better on Discord. I'm more inspired. I'm more excited to share stuff. I know I don't write as many comments as I used to on Facebook, but I like seeing the comments and seeing how everybody's interacting, and then doing video streams twice a week is much more fun. Next time, there should be another dub track in the mix as well. I agree. I agree. And anybody watching on Facebook, what you got to do is go to Discord and join the Mixatexture server. Now, please remember that Discord is another whole program. So if you're seeing my screen right now, you can go to discord.com and download Discord for free. And once you have it open, you click on the download link. You can get it from Mac or PC, doesn't matter. And once you have Discord on your computer, you can close your internet browser completely. You don't need Chrome or anything open. Discord is like Zoom, it's like Skype, it's like WhatsApp. It's a whole different program. And when you get inside it, it looks like this. And you've got these things called channels on the left side, which we've been talking about with all the different genres, you know, trance, dubstep, and everything. We've got discussion channels up top, like plugin sales and discounts, inspiration, blah, blah, blah. And on the left side are the icons for the servers that you're part of. So if you join, you could think of, what was I saying? Discord is like an airport, and then the different airlines are like different servers. So when you come into Discord, you know, like the Ableton server would be like the Ableton gate at the airport to go to Ableton land, or the Mixatexture gate at B6 to go to Mixatexture land. So every company can have their own server or person or whatever, gamer. And you can join this for free. You can get Discord for free. You can join the Mixatexture server for free and see all these channels and stuff. And then if you want to submit tracks and join the feedback section, you have to become part of the track feedback crew. So everybody in replay land who managed to watch until the end of this thing. Here is the Mixatexture member site, courses.mixatexture.com. And what you do is click into the track feedback crew. You can click learn more. There's all kinds of information about it inside. There's a lot of really cool stuff on this member site. There's instructions on how to connect with mixing and mastering engineers, some record label contacts to help you find a place to publish your track. Radio shows for people who are doing DJ sets and podcasts. You can let me know and I'll put your link in there if you're doing mix sets. Or if you want to find people and send them tracks and say, hey, here's a good track. I think it'll go well on your show. You can find people to play your track on internet radio shows and maybe get you some exposure if you're not quite ready to publish, but you want to get your tracks out there. Other help is some other contact of people in the network who do other cool things. You can see when you get inside it. And then the replay section that I was just talking about, where we have the track feedback replays and interviews and whatever else we get with producer workshops and stuff, which is all available inside the member site. And it looks like $25 a month, but I do believe if you type in the secret coupon code MBR97, $19 a month. You can drop it down. Only 19 bucks a month, which is an amazing deal for the amount of support you get from other people in the feedback crew and the stuff on the member site and me, and the motivation to work on your tracks all the time, share updates, make edits, bring it back next time. It's such a good feeling to know that people are listening and they want you to get better, and you become part of this like community, as you can see. So that's my promo, and that's the end of track feedback for today. Come back into camera land. Whoa, big Steve, little Steve. Thanks so much for hanging out and watching, everybody. We're going to do another track feedback on Wednesday, so get your updates in. Let me know if you have any questions, and I have a secret to tell you that I'm scheduling an interview with Mindbender coming up in 2 weeks, where we're going to talk about his acid sound and how does he get that low end? I know everybody wants to know. I want to know how he gets that low end. I think it's a combination of hardware and mixing and like 30 years of experience. So that's coming up soon. La la la. Did I get? Yeah. All right. Cool. Thanks a lot, everybody.